Hey folks, Dropper Hat Johnny here. Today is February the 22nd. As you can tell, the breeze is picking up. Maybe the camera won't show it, but it is. It's getting colder again. So, as I mentioned there in my last video, my Sears Craftsman 2 Snowblower, good machine, but the belt had broke. There's the belt there. This belt operated the intake auger here. So what I'm going to be doing today is replacing this chewed up belt with a brand new belt. Amazon, 20 bucks. So here we go. And I just want to also note, a lot of the YouTube videos that you see, a lot of guys, they put their machines in these dry, heated shops to work on. Look at this. I'm out in the wide open. I don't have that luxury. So in the real world, if you're just an average guy, this is what you're going to be dealing with. You're going to be right out here. In fact, 2 years ago, this very machine, I had to put a belt in it. It was literally buried right here in snow. I dug out just enough so I could work, and that was it. So here we go. So the belt's going to go from this pulley up to this pulley. This pulley here, that's just the tensioner. So what you have to do here is, to get this belt on properly, down here, that bolt there, and there's one on the other side, just take them out. The whole thing just opens up like a hinge, and I'll show that. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so now I got the head unit and the machine separated. Okay, and also be careful, because down here, a bolt there, one on the other side, you can actually lift this entire head unit away from your machine. So here's your belt. Another trick, the idler pulley, just have it bungeed, have the lever bungeed down, or put a cement block on, or if you have somebody helping you, they can just hold that lever out of the way, because you got that belt guide pin there you got to deal with. So slide your belt on your auger pulley. Bring this auger head forward. This goes, now your belt will go on top of your engine pulley. And now you got to get this belt down in there. So this is tricky. It's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. Because everything's moving at all different angles. And there you go. See? Now that belt is now installed. Now while you got that machine like this, hang on to that head unit. Put a bolt back in. Keep it from spinning, coming free on you there. Actually, another thing would have been handy too, just a thin screwdriver. Just put a thin screwdriver in through that bolt hole, just to hold this head unit in place until you can get a bolt started. Okay, now there's one bolt. I'm going to go over, just going to snug this one up a bit, because it's only in there by maybe a couple of threads. So I just want to snug that. Now I come over here to the other side. So I just want to quickly say, when you're doing this job, patience. Just be patient. Okay, so this belt here might be a little bit loose, even under tension. So I'm gonna, hopefully I can tighten that up. Look at that. That is a mess. Let me see what I can do here. Ugh. I don't know what size it is. A little bit bigger than that. Okay. Now, let's see if I can. So I'm going to shorten that. So I got to send this bolt, has to go back. And that bolt has to go back. Let's see if I can do this. I wasn't counting on this adjuster to be so rusted out. Yeah, that's really rusted out. Okay. Move on to the next problem. Okay, as you saw, I just don't quite have enough tension on this belt. So I was going to do some adjusting up here. The adjusting rod, pretty well seized up. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. But this is the reality of working outside in the elements. No heated garage, no fancy this, fancy that. This is the real thing. This is real. It's not done in a studio and all that nonsense. So I'm just going to put this back together and I'm going to try her anyhow and see what my results are. Okay, so as you saw, that adjusting rod, extremely rusted out. I could replace it. I might just put some penetrating oil on it just to work it. So there's the belt install. Now see that? If I could adjust that rod, I'd get full tension on that. But let's start it up. Let's just see what I got. It is working the augers. It is working the augers. You can see that. However, once that intake auger comes under his load, is there going to be enough tension on that belt to keep it going? Let's find out. Okay, folks, so as you saw, the snowblower went through that there deep snow and it's crusty. A lot of ice in there now, but it did it. So what I have to do is, because I don't quite have enough tension applied to this belt, I got to tighten down that guide rod yet. Okay, so if you get more tension on that belt, it'll tighten it up, snug it up a bit more. It'll be more efficient. It'll cut down, because I can actually smell it burning, because the belt is slipping a bit on these, well, on the pulleys. It's slipping a bit because it's not quite tight enough. Now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to soak that adjuster in penetrating oil, let it sit for a couple of days, and see if that'll free it up enough where I can tighten it up a bit, make some adjustments. If I can't, if it doesn't work, I'm just going to buy a whole new adjuster. Get that any place. Amazon's pretty much my favorite store, so that's what I'm going to do. And I think just for now, I'm just going to leave the cover off. I'll put that on later. But there you have it. And the thing is, we did this outside in the elements, in the snow, in the cold, in the wind. My cousin was here too. I don't know if you heard him running the chainsaws, but he was back here getting some wood. This is real life. This is not in a studio or in a heated, fully equipped repair shop. This is just average people taking care of their own equipment. And I'll tell you another thing too, and it's also my beautiful, wonderful wife. She's out here doing all the camera work. And she's not feeling well herself, but she come on out here to help me do this project today, and I really thank her for that. So the whole idea is, folks, just because if you don't have a heated shop or a garage or whatever it may be, all you need is some basic hand tools, and you can fix your own equipment. You can do that. You can do it right in your own laneway, right in your front yard, whatever it takes, you can do it. Okay, and if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Okay, folks, it's Trapper Hat Johnny wishing you a good day, and be good to each other. Bye-bye, folks.